Any day we get to ride our R1 Crossplane, of course, is a special day. We've had the bike since it's new, a little over 34,000 miles, and an awful lot of tires. An awful lot. This bike loves to eat up tires. But it really is an exciting bike to ride. It has no traction control, of course. It's a 2009. The last year, Yamaha decided to make bikes without traction control with this amount of power. And it is an exciting bike to ride. It has a wonderful throttle response and an absolute wonderful cross-plane sound. Now today the weatherman predicted getting hot by noontime, even hotter afternoon time, maybe a thunder shower in the afternoon. You figure it, no matter what they predict, we want to get out on the open road and get out early. Now, as always, getting the bike ready and trying to move as few bikes as possible in the process. Well, today we were lucky it was right in the front for a change. Cleaning it up, I always want to get the bugs off, any debris or anything. I like going out riding a clean bike. Just me, I know. Some people go out to dinner with their wives and don't brush their teeth. I'm not one of them. Anyway, I do like to clean all the old chain lube off of the back wheel every time I ride the bike. And of course, in the case of this bike, I lube the chain about every 2 or 3 times I ride it. This bike really puts a wear and tear on everything. What do you think, guys? Is it going to rain today? Hope you guys don't get wet. Nah, it's only 50-50 chance of rain. Although it does look iffy, I have to admit. It does look iffy. Yeah, we're going riding anyway. So while I'm out riding, you're going to be cooking turkey and black bean enchiladas. We get any tomatoes today from that? I see we did.
That's right.
The garden is producing. And unlimited flowers. We just gift new flowers every day. Time to ride. Final check of the weather. It's going to be 91 by lunchtime. We got to get out of here. Time to go. And it's getting hot already. And when they predict it's going to be 90 degrees by lunchtime, they usually lie. It's usually 90 degrees by 11 o'clock. And we have just been cooking this whole summer, but we're still getting rides in. And I just wonder if people that wait till lunchtime to go for a ride, or maybe if they ride at night it's better. But it's so important to me to get that exercise every day and enjoy the ride. Now, all the work I put into the motorcycles, especially the stuff over the winter, like painting the wheels and polishing parts extensively, on a day like today, when you can just sit back and take pictures, go for a ride, cruise, get on the gas, go through the gears, find some back roads, find some shade, it's all worthwhile. Now, one of the things that attracted me to this bike in '09, and I've had it since it's new, was the sound. The sound was just, to me, it was mesmerizing, and it sounds so much different, say, than a 1234 bike like the FCR. I love the sound of this bike. on a ride like today where it's, it's hot. I'm looking for shade on the roads. I'm looking for nice places, nice photo ops. I always walk around the bike and I look and I think, wow, all of the work I did to this bike, and I have done an awful lot of work, a lot of little details. It just pays off, and on a day like today, I can't explain it. Anybody that works on bikes knows what I mean. Now, we're probably roughly halfway through the really hottest part of the summer, but it's been pretty brutal, but I've dealt with it by getting up early, riding early, and trying to get back by lunchtime. It's worked for me. Now, I remember making those carbon fiber nose pieces, and they were not available anywhere at any price. I decided to make my own, and for years I've been looking at them and thinking, boy, if there ever was a labor of love. And I never once have ever run into an R1 that had a similar nose treatment. Now in '09, I went to the Millville race, the AMA race. I saw Josh Hayes compete. I saw his bike, and I saw that nose treatment with those scoops with no headlights in them. And I just thought to myself, I got to have that. Now the only problem is, I guess if you're a factory rider, they'll sell them to you. Yamaha never had an accessory. I've never found anybody that had that accessory. And so that's one unique part of this bike. Now, painting the wheels on this bike was another labor of love, and it's all out on my channel. You put my name in quotation marks and custom wheels, and up will come about 150 videos. We've pretty much painted all the wheels in my bike collection. I think all of the bikes have custom wheels now. Now, another mod that worked out way better than I thought it would was the way this radar detector, see how far back it sits on the tank? And it really is not in your field of vision while you're riding a bike, and it really doesn't keep you from getting down a little bit lower than stock when you're cornering. This worked out really good, and that again is all on my channel. Now we're starting to really accumulate mileage on the Pirelli Angels, and so far so good. And even though we've had a flat and the rear tire has a plug in it, I'm waiting for a new tire at this point. Maybe I won't even put the new one on until this one wears out. I'm really excited to see that these Angels are going to last longer than the Michelin 2s that were on there. And when I had the louder exhaust that I made the exhaust, and there were no baffles at all in it. And it was fine until you got into a populated area. But now I'm pretty much riding in this area where there's a lot of population. And I like having the much quieter, I mean significantly quieter exhaust. And I had a comment from a fellow named RWL, that's his handle. He wanted to put handlebars on his R1, and I said what I would do. I shot him a really quick message, but I'm going to detail it out in great detail on the next question and answer video. And I do have some photos and some information that may help if you want to do a conversion. And the only part you really need to do the conversion is the risers that come right off a stock RD 350 or 400. You can get those for about 20 bucks on eBay from anybody. Even if they're rusty, just paint them up. They're steel, so they're never going to be a problem. And the conversion, all of the cables and everything, the electronics, on mine anyway, are long enough. Years ago when I bought the bike, I got sick of the clip-ons very quickly, and for me, and it's a personal thing, I've had several sets of handlebars on this, different heights, different widths. This set comes from a GS 1100E. It seems to fit my needs pretty well, and it's relatively comfortable. And one of the things when I did this, I didn't want to have a different version of the bike. I wanted a real R1 with the full power R1 engine, a Crossplane. I didn't want to compromise the engine and have some detuned version. I wanted that version. And I wanted to be able to enjoy a comfortable motorcycle. But that's always one of the challenges of any motorcycle, is making it your motorcycle, making it your ergonomics, making it the comfort level you want for the kind of rides you're doing. And if you're riding on bumpy roads, or you're going to do track days, or you don't care if your tires wear out. There's a lot of compromises. And all the changes I've made to this bike over the years, they have really suited me well. We're over 34,000 now, and it just keeps getting better and better. I'm more satisfied that all the time and money and energy and everything I put into it, and there are a lot of changes to this bike. When you park it next to a stock one, it jumps right out at you. This is not exactly a stock bike. Anyway, even a good day like today, ends and we got to turn around and head back to the farm, see what Karen's cooking or what she's doing back at the farm. So how did the cooking come out, baby?
I think really good.
Better than my ride?
Maybe.
I'm getting hungry for lunch. It's getting hot. Oh man.
Feel
You got a nice harvest today, baby. Wow.
This one I picked a little too soon.
Yeah, you got to let them ripen. Nice. The farm is producing.
Wait, here we go. A few more things.
Oh, you got some little ones. If only we could grow motorcycles.
We have to pick you.
What a beautiful day and super hot. Come home, there's tomatoes growing in the garden and Karen's got cooking and the farm's producing. If only we could grow motorcycle tires or motorcycles would be even better. Hey, bee, look at this. And the bees are producing. Anyway, it was a wonderful ride. Hope you enjoy sharing this little slice of our life with us. Now it's not long and I will be celebrating my 77th birthday, and not long now. But again, I try to use this motorcycle. I use all my motorcycles and working through the winter as kind of a Peloton or a treadmill. Other people enjoy jogging, swimming, playing tennis or whatever, bowling. This to me is my exercise, and I just couldn't be happier with the way it worked out for me. And at the end of it, I mean, I used to belong to a gym. Karen and I both did when we were younger. And I'd come home all sweaty and tired. I had nothing to show for it. Now I come back from a ride or working or painting or polishing, and at least at the end of it, I've got something to show for it. So it works for me. Maybe it would work for you. I don't know. But I know what works for me is just getting out on an open road every day that's possible and sharing those rides with you on YouTube. And thanks so much for watching.